Listen up, you lot. Everyone loves chocolate. It's bloody delicious. But let me ask you this, you donkey. Do you have any clue where it comes from? No, I bet you don't. Well, get ready to learn, because I'm about to take you on a journey from the bean to the bloody bar. You'll witness the sweat, the hard graft, the sheer bloody artistry that transforms a simple cacao bean into the luxurious treat we all know and love. This is the real deal, not some watered-down, sugary rubbish. This is chocolate. We begin in the tropics, where the cacao tree grows. 20 degrees north or south of the equator, that's where you'll find these beauties. They thrive in heat, rain and shade. Like the prima donnas they are. Each tree produces pods, these oval-shaped things about the size of your forearm, and inside those precious cacao beans. Now, don't think you can just pick any old bean and call it chocolate. It's a bloody process. Harvesting cacao is not for the faint of heart. When the pods turn a vibrant yellow or orange, that's when you know they're ready. They hang from the trunk and branches, and some idiot has to climb up and chop them down. Once they're on the ground, the pods are split open and the beans are scooped out. Each bean is about the size of a bloody olive and surrounded by this white pulp. Now, this pulp is important because it's used in fermentation, which, believe me, is where the magic starts to happen. This is where things get interesting. The beans, still coated in that pulp, are piled up and covered with banana leaves. It's like a bloody sauna in there. And the heat, combined with the natural yeast, starts to work its magic. The beans ferment for days, sometimes even a week, developing complex flavors and aromas. This is crucial because without proper fermentation, you're left with bland, flavorless rubbish. Chapter 4, Drying and Shipping. Now, after the beans have had their little fermentation party, it's time to dry them out. They're spread out on mats or platforms under the scorching sun, and someone has to rake them constantly to ensure even drying. This can take days, even weeks, depending on the weather. Once they're dry, the beans are sorted, graded, and packed into sacks. Only the best beans, the ones that haven't gone moldy or rotten, will make the cut. Chapter 5, Preparing Cocoa Mass. The beans arrive at the factory, and this is where the real transformation begins. They're roasted to perfection, bringing out even more flavor and aroma. Then the shells are removed, revealing the nibs, the heart of the cacao bean. These nibs are ground down into a thick paste called cocoa mass. This, my friends, is the foundation of all chocolate. Chapter 6, Producing Chocolate. Now, depending on what kind of chocolate you're making, this is where you add the other ingredients. Sugar, milk powder, maybe even some extra cocoa butter for smoothness. It all gets mixed together into a paste, and this is where the artistry comes in. The ratios, the quality of the ingredients, the skill of the chocolatier, it all makes a difference. Chapter 7. This step is crucial. Conching is like giving the chocolate a bloody massage. It's a process of heating, stirring, and aerating the chocolate for hours, sometimes even days. This develops the flavor, smooths out the texture, and creates that melt-in-your-mouth quality that separates the good chocolate from the utter rubbish. Chapter 8. The chocolate is almost ready, but first it needs to be tempered. This involves carefully heating and cooling the chocolate to specific temperatures. It's a delicate process, and if you get it wrong, you'll end up with dull, streaky chocolate that's an embarrassment to the profession. Once tempered, the chocolate is poured into molds and left to set. Chapter 9. And there you have it, from bean to bloody bar. But the journey doesn't end there, does it? This is just the beginning. With a bit of imagination, a bit of flair, you can take this chocolate and create something truly spectacular. So get in the kitchen, you Muppets, and start experimenting. So there you have it, you bunch of numpties. Now you know what it takes to make real, bloody good chocolate. It's a journey, a labor of love, and it all starts with that humble cacao bean. Next time you take a bite of your favorite chocolate bar, remember the hard work, the dedication, the sheer bloody artistry that went into it. And if you ever come across a bar of chocolate that's subpar, send it back. Tell them Ramsay sent you.